Hello and welcome back to the channel. I hope that everybody is doing well. It's been like super long since I have been on my YouTube channel, and so I just wanted to make a video and touch base with you guys. I literally feel like I forget how to even do this. It's only been a few weeks, but I feel like in the world of YouTube that's a really long time, and it's been, I don't know, maybe even a month since I've been on here last. And so I just wanted to basically say hi and touch base with you guys and see how everybody is doing and let you know how things have been over here. I think my last video was a pregnancy update, kind of just telling you how things have been going. This pregnancy has been, none of my pregnancies have been easy, but this pregnancy is just like, there's always something. It's just complicated. It's been really just kind of a whirlwind of events. Definitely the thyroid, or lack of thyroid, I should say, has complicated things, and I had problems with that in the past with my other pregnancies, and this time it's been just a little bit worse. Usually I have no issues with my thyroid. I take my medicine and it is what it is. I never think twice about it. Pregnancy happens and like my body just goes haywire. And so I think the last time, I can't remember, the last time I talked to you guys, I told you my TSH, that thyroid stimulating hormone, was 15.9, which is extremely high. Which tells you that you are hypothyroid, that your body is working really hard to make up for this lack of active thyroid hormone. I never had my T4 checked, and looking back now, I probably should have pushed for that just to make sure that they kind of correlate, but I did not have that checked. And so I was increased from 112 micrograms of the levothyroxine, which is that synthroid hormone, to 137 micrograms, and I did that for 4 weeks, and then I rechecked my thyroid. I was still feeling tired, but I felt a significant improvement in my symptoms. I felt like maybe it was still off a little bit, but I definitely felt better. And when my TSH came back, it was like 4.8 or something like that. I can't remember the exact number, to be honest with you. It had come down significantly, but it wasn't within exactly the range that they want it, which is like usually in the 2s for pregnancy, especially. I don't quote me. I have to look at it too when I'm like looking at normal ranges, but so they wanted to increase my dose again, and so I didn't check T4 again, which I still haven't had that done, but I am going to get it checked. And so they put me up to 150 micrograms, and I was on that for a week, and I developed a tremor, which was alarming. In my left hand, I've never experienced this before. My hand is tired. Let's see if I can prop you on something. Yeah, I developed a tremor in my left hand. Like my thumb and pointer were just continuously, like this pointer would like constantly go out, and like this was like kind of just like, it literally was, it drove me mad. It was for 36 hours straight, throughout the night, all day long. I would wake up in the middle of the night because I'm like constantly waking up to go pee because pregnancy, and I could not fall back asleep because my hand would just be there like tremoring. And so I would try to like lay on it and like hold the tremor down, and I would be up for so long, just like, it was only 2 nights, but it was driving me crazy. And so I'm going through all the things that could cause a tremor. I immediately thought probably thyroid because of everything that's been going on. But, I was looking it up, like what other things could cause a resting tremor? And I'm thinking back to, my practice and boards prep and all this stuff. There's a hair like going crazy over here. There's a resting tremor and an action tremor. And this, I remember, this was definitely a resting tremor. It just was constant. And so I'm looking up other possible causes. So like alcohol or drug withdrawal, which is definitely not the case. Excess caffeine intake, also definitely not the case. Even though I love caffeine, it has not been something in my diet like at all. Low sugar, which no, I was definitely eating healthy. I was staying hydrated. I was drinking lots of water. There's a couple of scary things on there like Parkinson's or MS. And then there was hyperthyroidism. And so I'm inclined to think that it is hyperthyroidism, and that maybe I was just overdosing on my synthroid. Mind you, I'd only been taking that 150, like I said, for a week, and to develop a tremor, I thought that was really kind of quick to have, that side effect. But then I'm thinking, well, maybe it was already like a little high, because we'd never actually looked at the T4, which is the active hormone. And so maybe it's not really correlating with the TSH, which is a good learning curve, or a good lesson, that you should check that when your TSH comes back normal. And I remember that from boards prep, when you get a patient's TSH, it would come back abnormal. The next thing you should do is get a T4 to kind of get a bigger picture. Anyway, so I was thinking, okay, I'm assuming it's hyperthyroid and that's why I have this tremor. I would like to assume it's not, the Parkinson's or MS or scary stuff, although that would definitely be something you'd have to rule out if it wasn't the thyroid, and I knew it wasn't any of the other stuff. And so I decided on my own because this was now Saturday, Sunday, so my office wasn't open, my OB office, to call and kind of talk with somebody. So I decided to take for 2 days the 137 micrograms and kind of drop back down, and my tremor went away. And so I'm like, is this like coincidence? Would it have happened that fast, to develop a tremor and then for it to go away? Only 2 days taking. I don't know. Anyone that's watching this that's ever had thyroid problems during pregnancy, because oh my goodness, I'm like, is that even, I should know. I'm looking into it. I should know, but I'm the patient this time around. I'm not looking at it from the provider standpoint. I mean, I do have more of a knowledge base, being that I am also a nurse practitioner, but I mean, it's different when you're the patient and you're trying to figure out what the heck is going on with your own body. Anyway, so today is Monday morning, and so I called my OB first thing this morning, and I was like, kind of weird, developed tremor. And I'm like, I don't want people to think I'm like, it's all in my head. Like, it was absolutely, I mean, everybody around me saw it. Was when I was sleeping, I was still tremoring. It was just constant. And I'm like, I didn't think it would happen this fast. And, they're like, I didn't think so either, but I would stay at the 137 and see what happens. And they basically told me just to keep my appointment that I'd already have scheduled for my 20-week anatomy scan, which is in 2 weeks, because I'm 18 weeks today, and that we would recheck. And I'm like, if possible, could we check, my T4 too, and the TSH again, and also, I know some electrolytes can cause you, like magnesium, calcium. I mean, I take a prenatal, I try to eat a well-rounded diet, but I was like, maybe we could check my electrolytes too and just see what's going on. And they were kind of hesitant at first. They're like, I mean, we could probably do that. I'm like, well, I need to figure out what's going on, because this is just craziness. I mean, like I said, the tremor stopped, so I don't know. Maybe I'm hoping it doesn't come back, because it was driving me mad, like I said. But yeah, that's kind of the update, on my health. I mean, other than all of the normal pregnancy stuff, I'm a little out of breath from, sitting and talking. Vomiting is still gone. I am just get a lot of headaches. I'm tired. I'm nauseous sometimes, though, still. I've been watching a lot of movies. I am just not, this is my last pregnancy for sure. I already told them, I'm like, for this C-section, write me down for my tubes, cut them out. I don't need any of those parts. This is definitely my final hurrah. This is my last time. I'm excited to have her, have my 3 babies, but this is it. This will be my last time ever being pregnant. It is so freaking hard, but I'm thankful, but it's hard. That's kind of my health update. A few people have reached out to me and asked if I'm working, and I'm currently not at the urgent care. I'm contingent there, and so I'm on the roster, and I fully plan on going back, but my health has been so difficult. I had this with the other two too. I didn't work for my entire I'm sorry, how should I say this? For half of my pregnancies before, both my boys, I stopped around 20 weeks. So I stopped a little bit before, just because my health, it gets really hard. I mean, that I had the back spinal cord crap, and so I get a lot of back pain. It's hard for me to get around. It just makes everything really difficult. This thyroid crap, for a while, I was just like a zombie and just sleeping constantly. Luckily, I have family that helps, and also kids that have been really patient, because it's been really hard. But I haven't been working at the urgent care right now. I do plan on going back, and they've been really wonderful to work with me. I miss them up there a lot. I miss working, but it's small in the big scheme of things, I'll be back there working. So in the meantime, I've been doing a ton on my Patreon. I'm sure you guys have seen on here me talking about it a little bit, and that's been really wonderful because it keeps me, very current and up to date on everything. I'm still studying all the time, and I'm staying, just current in my practice and making sure I'm staying up on everything. And it's been a source of income, which is wonderful. And I've been able to help lots of people pass their boards exam while not being able to go to work. But I definitely do miss patient care, and I do hope to go back. If you are studying for your boards exam, I have a whole review course on my on my Patreon, and it's like over 12 hours of lecture. It's all divided into systems. I have all of my new updated dump sheets on there. I know a lot of people really liked all of the dump sheets that I produced a few years ago. Well, things have changed. Content has been updated. Guidelines have been updated. And so I went through and I redid all of my dump sheets and updated all of them. And so all of the new dump sheets are now available with with the review course. So if you're studying for your boards, I definitely recommend you check it out. It's only $40 for a month's access, so it's definitely the cheapest on the market. And then also there is a $5 tier, so it's only $5 a month, and that's just all new nurse practitioner content. Majority of what I put on there is a lot of case studies. Hi baby, what you got? Batman? The majority of that stuff on there is case studies and some study guides, like visual aids, stuff like that, all really useful for new nurse practitioners going into practice, especially if you are working in an urgent care setting, because that's definitely my area of focus. So if you are studying or if you're new NP, I definitely recommend you check out my Patreon. I'll make sure to link it all down below. If you've experienced any of this crazy thyroid stuff yourself, let me know, because it's been really wild. I'll keep you guys posted on when I do go for that 20-week anatomy scan and get all that blood work done. I'm interested to see what my T4 is in comparison to my TSH and kind of just get a bigger picture of what's going on. Knock on wood, I don't get the tremor again, because that was absolutely maddening. Hopefully it's nothing more serious than just regulating my thyroid, but I will keep you posted. And I miss you guys. I miss getting on here. I want to try and start being more regular on here again, but it'll be different content right now, being that I'm not working. And so you guys let me know if there's stuff you want to see. I do have a couple ideas for videos going forward in regards to the practice of nurse practitionering. What is that? Yeah. One lady reached out to me on my Patreon, asked a really good question about managing anxiety when studying for the board, so I thought I was going to make a video about that. So I have a couple ideas in that realm, but if there's something you'd like to see, definitely let me know in the comments down below. And otherwise, until next time, as always, I wish you guys nothing but the best. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Okay, bye.